All right, we're outside Viva nightclub with Dennis Hahn. He's residency right now at the Purple Room at Revolution in Waterloo. You've been spinning for about 3 years there. Got into trance a little while ago. First of all, tell us a little bit about how your evening's gone so far.
Great, actually. I couldn't have expected to go much better, as a matter of fact. This is my first time at Viva nightclub, and it's kind of uncanny playing here after coming here for a couple of years, so it's kind of neat, but it's gone really well.
Now tell us a little about your background, how you grew up on trance, where you're from, etc.
Okay. I'm from Kitchener-Waterloo, which is about an hour and a half outside of Waterloo, Toronto, west of Toronto. And I just started going to events in Toronto and parties through there. And it just so happened that the first parties that I went to were trance parties. Just kind of listened to the music casually before I went to my first event. And obviously, you know, the rest is history. Once you go to your first party, you're hooked, right? And trance was something that, you know, like I've obviously been exposed a lot to everything. But trance was something that just always stuck. You know, it's something that hits me instead of just, you know, I'm hearing it. So it's something that has always stuck and probably always will. So, yeah.
Trance addict for life.
Trance addict for life, man.
Now, you just got your first pair of decks. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I wouldn't say that I just got my first pair of decks, but I've been playing for about 5 years, which isn't long by DJing standards. But I actually, my first pair of decks was Gemini PT 2000. So for all those DJs out there, you kind of know what those are. Definitely not industry standard. So I just kind of learned to play on those. And from there, as I sort of graduated into clubs, I do my work in studios. And for the last 6 months or so, I've been doing my radio show in a studio across town. So, you know, I just went out and bought decks. So second pair of decks, but first real pair. So, yeah.
Tell us a little about Fresh Fridays and the Purple Room.
Well, we've been lucky to have it. Fresh Fridays they were Friday night events that we threw in the Purple Room, which is inside the Revolution nightclub, one of the bigger nightclubs in Canada, actually, but it was a little side room that they gave us, and that side room is a legacy, actually. It's been kind of heading up the KW scene for the better part of 8 years or so. We've been fortunate enough to get in there. We've been throwing events for the last, I'm going to say, about 3 years, and we focused on a different genre every night to expose, you know, the different crowds and bring the different crowds out. So, you know, you got jungle and breaks and my nights, which were trance, and they've gone really, really well. Unfortunately, it's coming to an end as the club's renovating, but, you know, you got to move on, so.
First gig here at a major opening for a headliner, where you're looking to take your music?
Obviously, DJing as far as it can go. The stepping stones of where I'm at are obviously to kind of get known in the Toronto market, and I'm trying to get a grapple on that. And abroad, too, I've had gigs in Quebec City. I'm in Montreal next month, so I'm trying to soak it in. Things are going really, really well lately. But as far as I can in terms of DJing, international if I can, obviously. So that's kind of my goal. Obviously, I want to look into production as well. But that's in the near future that I think I'm going to sit down and kind of hammer that out as well. But for now, I'm just kind of enjoying this.
Now, briefly touch on the differences between FM or radio play and the club.
A lot. The thing about FM, and I'm not the type of DJ that really enjoys recording sets too much, because I really like that crowd interaction, and I just like playing live. The thing with FM is that, you know, I've got my show every week, and it's an hour, so not long, but I really try and make an effort to switch it up. I guess as I do with gigs as well. But yeah, it's difficult to constantly switch it up when you're playing every week. I don't want to play the same tracks every week, so I kind of go with a different feel and you know, different tracks every week. So that's kind of the difference. Whereas obviously I'm not quite playing the big gigs here every week. So that's the main difference right now, is the challenge of making sure that I switch it up and give people variety and everything like that. So, but yeah, I mean, if I have my preference, obviously it's live. So.
Quickly, where can we get in contact with you?
Well, I have a website. It's www.djdennisHahn.com. That's my website. You can find out, you know, what I'm up to, where I'm playing next. I've got a little sort of blurb in there that's in diary format, kind of tells you what I've been up to, and pictures, and you can download my music from there. And of course, my email's on there, so you're all more than welcome to drop me a line.
Perfect. We're looking forward to hearing your stuff. I'm sure you have a set for Amp Radio in a little while. And let's get back to the club. New Energy's up in a few minutes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.